Hello. Good morning, everyone. This is Abdullah Al Mamun, presenting our selected cases studies with our team. We are three in our team. The name of them, one is Vishmi, and another one is Pascal. Today, we are presenting our systematic literature review on how Brexit has impacted Rolls-Royce Holdings plc and the UK ability to compete in the EU aerospace sector. This study explores how Brexit has affected the UK aerospace industry, focusing on Rolls-Royce Holdings plc. We used a systematic literature review to gather data from studies published between 2017 and 2025. Though thematic analysis, we identified key challenges like supply chain issues, regulatory hurdles, and rising costs. The four main themes identified are operational and strategic disruptions, supply chain and workforce challenges, strategic adaptations and regulatory challenges, aerospace sector competitiveness, and long-term risks. The findings show Brexit caused major disruptions, but also led to strategic adaptations, though long-term risks to competitiveness still remain. In this segment, let's focus on the study background. Brexit posed serious challenges to UK industries, especially aerospace, due to disrupted EU supply chains and reduced access to skilled labor. Rolls-Royce, once closely linked with the EU, illustrates these impacts. This study explores how the company navigates Brexit, offering insights into broader industrial and policy shifts in the UK. We found that Brexit has created serious challenges for Rolls-Royce, especially with trade barriers, dual certification, and supply chain delays. Since these issues raise cost and reduce efficiency, we asked how they affect Rolls-Royce's ability to stay competitive in the EU market. According to Sadie, the aerospace sector is critical to the UK company, and Rolls-Royce is central to it, but it has been hit hard by labor and research disruptions. We noticed there's a limited research on Rolls-Royce's actual transition after Brexit, so our study fills this gap by reviewing how well the company is adapting. We developed four research questions, mainly asking how Brexit has affected Rolls-Royce's supply chain, what strategies it has used to adapt, what this means for the UK's aerospace competitiveness in the EU.
Hi, this is Vishmi. I'm presenting fifth slide. Let's focus on literature review. The literature 2017-2025 shows Rolls-Royce is adapting to Brexit challenges such as rising cost, supply delays, and labor shortages by forming regulatory teams and diversifying markets. However, long-term issues like regulatory uncertainty and reduced EU collaboration still threaten UK aerospace competitiveness. Um, Next, I'm presenting sixth slide. Let's move to literature review. Articles from 2017 to 2025 reveal Brexit significant impact on Rolls-Royce. The company has responded to rising costs on supply delays and labor shortages by forming regulatory teams and expanding into new markets. Yet, long-term risk like regulatory uncertainty persist. And however, we conduct this search in line with the objectives of our study. Now I'm presenting seventh slide. This study used a systematic literature review to explore Brexit impact on Rolls-Royce. We gathered secondary data from 2015 to 2025 using databases like Google Scholar and Science Direct and Government UK website, focusing on peer-reviewed resources related to supply chains and regulation and labor and strategy. Politically based were excluded. Thematic analysis was applied starting with familiarization, coding, and identify subthemes to generate four main themes aligned with the research objectives. This research method ensured reliable, relevant, and insight into the challenges faced by the UK aerospace sector. Now I am presenting eighth slide. This slide presents the final thematic analysis. Prior to this, we complete the full analysis process by selecting relevant literature and extracting quotation aligned with our research objectives. From these, we identified 21 main codes, 12 sub-themes, and four key themes through a structured three-step process. The main theme developed were operational and strategic disruption, and supply chain and workforce challenges, and strategic adaptation and regulatory challenges, and also aerospace sector competitiveness and long-term risk. This offered in a clear framework for understanding Brexit impact on Rolls-Royce. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Pascal. So I'm presenting slide 9. This discussion is structured around four main themes identified through our analysis. Theme 1, operational and strategic disruption highlights how tariffs and dual regulations increase operating costs for Rolls-Royce. Theme 2, supply chain and workforce challenges supply chain and workforce challenges reveals custom delays, stockpiling, and labor shortages. Slide 3. Strategic adaptation and regulatory challenges shows firm restructuring amid compliance burdens. Theme 4. Aerospace sector competitiveness and long-term risk stresses declining EU collaborations and innovation threats. So, 10th slide. Based on our findings, we recommend mutual recognition agreements to reduce regulatory costs, enhancing supply chain reliance and digital tool and EU warehousing to tackle labor shortages, invest in local training and visa reforms, diversifying markets and boosting innovation funding, especially in regional hubs like Debbie, can strengthen long-term competitiveness. Slide 11. British has significantly raised Rolls-Royce operating costs through tariffs and dual regulations, while also limiting access to EU partnerships and skilled labor. In response, the company restructured its supply chain, entered new markets, and formed compliance teams, finding underlying the need for policy reforms, mutual recognitions, immigration changes, and innovation funding, strengthening regulatory alignment, labor mobility, supply chain reliance is critical to sustaining UK aerospace competitiveness and guiding both industry and strategies and future research in post-British context. Slide 12. In this segment, we have presented all the reference that we have sourced. Thank you very much for your effort and patience.